And psychologist Deirdre Brandner is live in Melbourne for us this morning. Good morning to you, Deirdre. Tell us, why has this idea of happiness become so complex?
I believe that what's happening is we've fed so much information about having the most created lifestyle, and we're constantly chasing happiness instead of actually being able to stop and recognise it in our everyday lives. And, you know, the influence of overload of information has led us to this, ever-ending search for happiness, which for some of us, we feel like it's unobtainable.
Yeah. Really interesting, because we're constantly hearing that we need to put down our phones. That a lot of us not attaining happiness or feeling like everyone else is much happier than us has got to do with our phones. Yet when we hit the streets and ask people, and we would all know ourselves when we said, could you do without your phone for a day or a week? Most of us say no. So if we have to live with it, do we just need to rethink it?
Absolutely, and the idea of taking a break from your phone or recognising what's happening in the real world. The trouble with our involvement with our phone and social media is that we're living outside the moment. We're not living in the present, and we take for granted that there is actually lots of moments of happiness and joy every day around us. But if we're looking down a screen for that, then the answer is not going to be there.
Done. Deirdre, Michelle Obama put it really, really perfectly when she said that we need to find the joy in those middle moments. So this is the in-between, the big events, those high points. But how do we do that?
We have to actually be comfortable in our own space and to recognise that we don't always need to be happy, but we can be content, we can be calm, we can reframe what is an okay day. It doesn't have to be a highlight or exciting. Being okay is part of feeling happy, and renaming our moments and our language is really powerful for us.
I love that. Celebrate the ordinary. So if you love having your morning coffee, is it about just recognising that you're loving that moment?
Absolutely, making ourselves aware of those small moments, those small wins, because what happiness is accumulation of small, everyday positive moments. It's not big, exciting, flashes of brilliance, or the super duper holiday, or the expensive purchase. It's an accumulation of being in a moment and recognising every day what is around us. And I think we've lost that ability.
Yep, that's Michelle Obama says, you're not winning and you're not losing. It's just what's happening in the middle. That's where most of life is happening.
But unfortunately, we see such a curated life online that it is hard to differentiate.
Absolutely.
Deirdre, thanks for your time this morning.
No worries, pleasure.